What is good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Man, haven't made any videos lately. Just been having dramas with this bike. Yeah, just constantly dramas. Not too much dramas, just minor dramas that you can pretty much sort it out, trying to work it out, see what it is. But yeah, it's Thursday morning here. It's beautiful outside, so beautiful. Good day for a ride. But yeah, I've just been having dramas with the bike lately. I've came to a stop, still waiting for a few parts to turn up, which is good, because the bike is going, but it's not fully operated. But it's electrical, so it's not really my thing. But I managed to find the problem because it was throwing out a code. I've just looked it up, but this code is real common on these bike, which is a P1510, which is a limited performance mode, and then the other code was P2138, which has got to do with the fly-by-wire, the throttle cable. So yeah, man, so I was like, so the bike was going, we couldn't get it revved because it had those two codes. So I was just like, far. So I was just like, all right, I got old mate finish doing this tune, put the tune on it, and then he's left. So I had to pull the whole front end back out, just so I can get to the wire. The wire's here, like the wire's just right here, but I wanted to pull the whole thing out so I can actually pull this out and access it, so I can pull the wire back through. So yeah, so I had to pull the whole wire out, check the electrical, check the throttle control, the pieces in there, make sure it's not faulty, something's not wrong on it, like something's wrong on it, like just check see if it was faulty or anything, test it out, it's all good. Never doubt my wiring, never doubt me running those wires through, because I do it really well. I was 100% that the wire wasn't pinched, and 100% that the clip was clipped on properly. So yeah, I had to pull the whole thing back out just to check it, and it was like, it was mint. So I put it back in there. Oh no, I had it hanging out. So I turned the bike on and it was working perfectly. So I thought, okay, I'll put it back in, put the wire back in, run it through, clicked everything back on, started up, and it was working. I was like, sweet. I must have not clipped anything properly here, because I clipped it back all in and everything was all going. And yeah, so it was going sweet. So as soon as I put the cover back on, I turned it back on, went to rev it, it wouldn't rev. I was just like, what? Yeah, I was like, far. Okay, I pulled the face back out, had a look at it, just had to look through the wires. Wires was all good, nothing wrong in there. And then so I had to do a research, so I looked it up, and like the major problem was, when I looked it up on YouTube, the major problem is the head was like, it was in here, Normally this wire in here comes loose, which it wasn't the case. And then I looked it up again, and I went through more videos, and then I saw I had issues with the harness underneath here. And I was thinking, stuff that, I'm not pulling that out. But as common sense, you look at it, and I thought, nah, there's no way there's a wire that's actually pinched in there or has come loose, because it's a full wire that runs back up. It's a full wire that runs back up here. So I eliminate that, and then I was focusing on this. But I had the bike on, but when I went to move some of these wires, the rev changed, and I thought, oh, all right. So I had put one hand here with the throttle about 35% like that, and I was twisting all these wires, and it was working. So the first was, I thought it was this, pull that out, put electric grease on it, make sure it was all done. Yep, sweet, nothing wrong with that. And then I played with this wire and realized, okay, it's this wire here. Oh no, it was this wire here. So and it was going, and I bent it, and it was going perfectly. It was revving, everything was revving perfectly. So I thought, no, I'm gonna have to do this properly. I could have bent it and left it like that and done with it, but because I'm building this for long distance, I didn't want to get stuck halfway through. You know, doing this is cheaper, but getting the tow truck wherever I'm going to be is going to be a lot more expensive. So I just play with that wire, and then I rung around, see who was an expert that can actually rewire that, or just, you know, because you can't really cut those wires here, because I think they're compost wires, but you can cut them, but there's a special T that how to weld them on, but for me, you can't cut them. So I had the wire, so I rang around, and then I had a mate that he had a mate that he just opened a Harley shop in Coolum, so he just had his bike there. So I thought, okay, sweet. I rang him up, and he's like, yeah man, I can sort it out, I can figure it out. And like, yeah man, just bring the bike down. And I'm like, okay, I was thinking I'll tow it down or ride it down. So I don't have my trailer on me. I don't have my trailer. So I thought, okay, I bend the wire again, and it worked. And I left it. So I rode it without the cover, with all this crap hanging out. So I had to ride. So I'm here on Sippy Downs, and it's on Coolum. So it's about 30 minute ride. So I had to bend the wire, rode all the way there. I made it there. As soon as I pulled up, parked the bike, had a look at it, turned it on, it wouldn't do it. And I thought, far. But I made it. Lucky I made it there. So we've just fitting with the wires, and he said, yeah, we'll sort it out. And I showed him which wire it was, and he's just like, okay, sweet, we'll have a look. So a week's gone by, yeah? A week's gone by, and I rang him and I said, hey bro, did you? And I said, yeah bro, I thought I had the problem sorted, but it's not what it is. It's got another wire. And I said, oh, okay, sweet. I said, I'll come down. I'll come down on the Saturday morning, and we can actually have a look at it together. So went down on Saturday. This Saturday just went past. Went down on Saturday, had a look at it, pulled the wire out, fiddled with it, and it was not going, and it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do it for us. So an hour a bit has gone by, and I was just about to give up, and I thought, you know what, I'll have a try one more time. So I got him hold the throttle a bit, about 35-45%, and I was playing with the wire, and it worked. So I got him to rev it up for 30-40%, and I was playing with all these wires, wouldn't work, and I played with this wire, and it worked. It actually started revving. So we're like, fuck. Okay, keep in mind, this is the wire that I had to deattach to pull the cable through, or to pull the wires through. Because they always say, I looked up on the videos, they said that when you run your wires, it's always a problem when you do handlebars. So those wires are common, well, not common, but they always have issues when you start changing your handlebars. And I thought, okay, all right. So we fiddle with this wire. Here, and I thought, okay, bro, let's pull it out and have a look. So we pulled that up, had a look, and then deattached the whole thing, and we put individual in there, see if it was working. But when he put it in there, so there's a male, so they got the male in here and the female here. So that bit here was loose. There was no connection. So it was like 4 of them was really loose. And I thought, okay, that might be the problem. So he had, like, the bro's been working in Harleys for a very long time. And he told me back in the days, they used to have this little pin. He used to put it through that female clip and push the pin back. So when it goes in, it clips into that male. So I thought, so he's done that, and realized there was a couple of them was a bit rooted, but he still managed to put it in there, and a little bit tight. So we put the whole 6 wire back in there without all that, just sitting there, and the bike worked. It started up, and then he goes to me, bro, I've actually got those clips here. And he's going through his drawer, and you know what? He only had 6. So I was like, far out, we're winning. So he only had 6. So, but he didn't have the tool, because those pins there, they're sort of square. So there's like a special tool that you actually crimp it. But he didn't have that. His mate had it. So I thought, okay, cool, sweet. So he said, I'll pick it up next week. And I said, done. And he said, he'll just unclip everything. He'll just pull all the old ones out and put new ones in there. So, so he went and picked it up Tuesday, got it all done, rewired everything, put the new ones in there, and the bike is working perfectly. So I'm not going to show it off yet. I'll wait, because there's still more parts to come. I want to get this fully completed before I showcase it. Still waiting. Get this, man. It's almost 4 weeks now. I'm still waiting. I can't believe this. TCMT, if you're watching this, man, like, honestly, like, this is beyond a joke now. It's 4 weeks. And all I'm waiting for, I even got it in my pocket. Some reason I've been carrying it in my pocket. See, look at that. 4 weeks I'm waiting for that piece there. The nipple for the air ride. If you're watching this, man, come on. I received the whole kit within 2 weeks. And I asked for a replacement because it was broken, and from the delivery. It's going on 4 weeks now. And then I just seen, like, it's on the, it's just landed. It's 5 weeks now. It's just landed in Sydney today. And it's going to be delivered tomorrow or next week. This is beyond a joke. Come on, guys. You need to do better. But, yeah, still waiting for more. There's more parts to come. So I've got the speedo and the gauges. I'm going to put, so my last bike I had Dakota, so I'm going to put a Dakota ones on this bike as well. And I was going to buy some, and then I went to Ryan and he had some in his shelf, so I got it off him. So thank you, bro, appreciate it. And yeah, so that is the drama for the last 2.5 weeks. It's just trying to work out the issue of these wires. To be all honestly, I try not to take my stuff to the shops. If I could do it myself, then I'll do it. That's just me. I'm not putting anyone down. That's just me. It's just how I work. It's just me, bro. Like, yeah, it's just me. I'd rather do it myself, so I know what I'm dealing with, and I know what I'm throwing myself in, and I know the problem it's going to have. If it does have a problem in the long run, or even when I'm riding and something happens, guess what? I know exactly where to look. You know, people that go and take their bikes into the shops and get it built, that's, you know, that's them. But if anything happens, you know, that's them. But if anything happens to my bike, like I want to be able to fix it on the spot. You know, I have a little toolkit, I take it with me. I want to be able to fix it on the spot and then get going. And I don't like tow trucks because they charge too much money. They make a lot of money, bro. You're not making money out of me, man. Nah, but yeah, that's the problem that I've had the last 2.5 weeks. Is trying to sort this out. But now that it's been sorted, I've got to pull the whole front back out anyway, just to get the cages in there. And I'm still waiting for the covers, the gauge covers, the ring ones. Was gonna get those painted, but I thought, nah, I'll just buy new ones. So it's all, get it all blacked out. So, and yeah, so I'm still waiting for the air rides to turn. Still waiting for that nibble on the air rides to turn up. But okay, another thing too, like the brackets that holds the tank and the compressor, I really think they should look at it, making it another way, because they gotta understand this is an A motor and the bloody thing shakes. So I had to remake my own brackets, so I know that it doesn't shake it off. So I just remade my own brackets for the compressor and the tank. So yeah, I'll show you what I've done, and I just hopefully, like, everyone that's had these air rides, they know, you know, they know what I'm talking about. So for this tank, they actually come with this bracket. This is another bracket. I made this bracket, but they actually come with this. So the exhaust sits here, and he's got these brackets where the exhaust sit in, and then he's supposed to screw it on there, but then that just sits there. So the whole thing would have shake, and it was too low and too far out here. So if you look at it, I've managed to have it nice and close, not too close to the pulley, and sort of sits in quite nice. So I had to cut all the brackets that was on there before and remake this one, so that one there sits, so it's nice and solid. I've got this bracket here with this, what that's hold on, so I can actually if I needed to take it out, I can take it out. So that's what way, like, geez, solid as a rock. If they have a tank, these are the brackets they should make for this, so it's nice and solid, doesn't rattle. So that one there's, it's under a clip. I don't know if you see that. So this here, I can move that to the direction where I want it. So if I loosen that bolt, I can actually move this to wherever I want it, that way or this way, and then I can just tighten it up. So it works perfect. Yeah, so that's the tank there. That's the new brackets I made for it, so it's nice and tight. Still haven't cut the hose yet because I'm still waiting for the freaking nipple for this. Once I get the nipple, I can have all this air ride back up, and then I can actually adjust this hose to wherever, not too tight, not too loose. So I just gave it a little bit of slack there. I set it in there. Set it in there for the time being. But yeah, that's the tank there. It's nice, and it looks nice too. It looks tidy. You can't really see it you can't really see it as much when the bag's on. You can only see this bit here and just a little bit of that. So, and and the air compressor, I know the bracket that comes with this, it screw onto this piece here where the exhaust is. It's the same as the other side, and the bracket comes right all the way out here, so it's solid, like it's so strong. No rattle, no nothing. That's the whole, I think that's the whole key to this, is the less rattling the better. So it's nice and stabilized. So what I should really do is template this bracket, make a few of them, and sell it back to TCMT. That's how these brackets should be. So she's sitting in there, nicely tucked in. We'll keep you guys updated on the next video. So I'm still waiting on a few parts to turn up, and I think the last part on this bike to arrive here in Australia is before the 12th of August. So but yeah, I'll do a couple of videos on the Dakota fit out. I should do a video of how to pull the fairing out, because I found a way more easier way of doing it. Now I've pulled out like almost 4 times now. But yeah, but I'll keep you guys updated on the next video, see how I go. Apart from that, well, we'll see you on the next video. Stay blessed, stay upright. Let's go.